a team of destiny. A team that, in spite of the odds, in spite of what your brain may tell you, in spite of the stat sheet, a team that can, no matter who's in front of them, they find a way to pull out a game and do it in a historic fashion. And right now, we may very well be witnessing a team of destiny. The Indiana Pacers are on a historic run right now. And you might say, well, Emster, what about it is so historic? Since 1997, 1998, teams are 3-1,640 when trailing by 7+ points in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime in the playoffs. The Pacers are 2 of those wins. And today, guys, we're going to get into why this Indiana Pacers team is a team of destiny and why we've got to be careful before things might get out of hand. And the team of destiny always usually starts in the unlikeliest of places, which in this case is going to be Andrew Nembhard, who has become basically the perfect role player for an NBA team and has helped to prove why the Pacers, I believe, are the second deepest team in the entire league, behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nembhard is the perfect role player. Defense, passing, playmaking, scoring. He's going to give you all of those things on a high level. And you might go, well, Emster, where does that show in the stats? 16 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds on 50 from the field, 50 from 3 on 5 a game. So that is, for the volume especially that it's at, elite. And 87 splits. And guys, I mean, time and time again in the Bucks series, in this Cavs series, whenever things look like they're starting to get ugly, whenever things are looking like, oh my gosh, it's out of hand, Indiana might just, take their L and walk away, and, every team has to take an L. Nembhard would find a way to come and start a run. And it is because of players like Andrew Nembhard that this team are going to be dangerous. Because at the end of the day, right, Haliburton's going to do what Haliburton does. Siakam is going to try and do what he does. But it's guys like Andrew Nembhard, or in the case of like a Denver Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, who we know and we respect them, but the big moments have come, and they have done nothing short of delivered. Time in and time out, you are only a team of destiny when you can defy the odds, and it's because of a riser like Andrew Nembhard has been. That, guys, I mean, this has been nothing short of a remarkable playoff series from a role player. Like, this, you couldn't ask more. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, if, let's say, they find a way to lose this series, I ain't blaming no Andrew Nembhard. The brother exceeded every expectation we should have for him. He is doing what every player, every fan, every GM, coach, teammate hopes that they can get for one game. And he's done it for 7. Aaron Nesmith has done something remarkable for this team. And I think it's just for him the two-way play. Straight up two-way play. He's not necessarily a bad passer, but that's not his game, right? Whenever you need just a nice little catch and shoot, that's when I can't explain it. It's Michael Porter Jr.-esque in terms of like when he was, back in like 2023 or even earlier before he got hurt. When it was just catch and shoot, you damn well knew that ball was going up and you damn well knew that ball was most likely going in. And Aaron Nesmith is averaging 16, 6, and 1 on 56 from the field, 56 from 3 on 6 threes a game. Again, elite role player production. And you might say, well, Emster, are they going to fall off? Well, here's my one counterpoint. Nesmith and Nembhard have done this before. It's not necessarily that these guys are just like right now, all of a sudden, they've broken onto the scene as some playoff risers. No. This team of destiny may have been something that even we did not foresee. This team can make a run. Aaron Nesmith, time in and time out especially, has made some clutch defensive possessions. There was a statistic about what Donovan Mitchell was doing when Aaron Nesmith was on him. And guys, it was gross. He was like 2 for 10, I believe. I'm not sure what it was like after game 2, but either way, what this team has done is remarkable. And again, it is because of this depth that this team of destiny can go on a real run. Now, is it unfortunate that Cleveland has been injured? Absolutely. I do not deny that. But almost every single championship team ever, and I want to repeat that again, every single championship team ever could be looked at through a microscope and we could go, well, this singular thing makes the run with an asterisk. Now, am I saying Indiana's guaranteed to win the championship? Hell no. But it's hard to not argue that things are looking quite good for them. And again, even when you look at the tip-in to Tyrese Haliburton for that final play, you cannot tell me right now that at some point in your head, you're not like, it's almost destined to be. After winning the most overrated player in the league and hearing it from just about every opposing arena now, Tyrese Haliburton is on a roll. Now, you might say, well, statistically, it doesn't necessarily look like that. In some ways, you are correct. He's had some very poor shooting nights. But he's averaging 18, 11, and 6, which, by the way, the 11 is leading the league in the postseason. So he's getting the most assists in the postseason. On 47 from the field, 31 from 3 on 7 a game. Very, off for his standard of shooting. And 78 splits. But Tyrese Haliburton has proven again and again, despite whatever his numbers are that night, a clutch moment will come, and it's as if he started the game 0-0 and the ball just tipped off, and he started off hot. Tyrese Haliburton is the engine of this team. Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner are not hooping if it's not for him in some way, shape, or form. Like, will they do well still? Like, obviously, like, some of these things are just regular catch and shoots, and in Nembhard's case, right, like, he creates for himself a little bit. But even when you watch that Bucks series at times, when things started to look ugly, once Haliburton rolled downhill and the team would collapse, everything would start to flow. This team is being led by someone who I genuinely believe this. I don't know if he would be as crazy as he is right now if that list didn't come out and call him the most overrated player. It is very clear and evident he is playing with a chip on his shoulder in some way. Not saying he doesn't before usually, but like when you're called the most overrated player in the league, and I believe it's voted on by your peers, it's like, oh, word? Now it's time to hoop. And again, 2 of the 3 in 1,640 wins or losses, again, of that 1,000+ games, 2 of those victories come at the hands of a winning bucket from Tyrese Haliburton. When the moment gets bright, he comes through. I don't know how else to say it. Do you wish he was more consistent from beginning to end of the game? Absolutely. Is this Tyrese Haliburton is a top 5 player in the league? Nope. But sometimes with a team of destiny, and when you got luck on your side and things are rolling your way, you don't need to have the best player in the league. You don't need to even have at times the consistent best player on the court. It's just a matter of, do you have the best player in the moment you need him most? And that is why this team of destiny, I think, is bound for the Eastern Conference Finals. And frankly, with the way that you've seen Boston perform at times, and with the way Indiana has gotten luck to roll their way, they might be finals bound. So as always, guys, this was Mr. No Scoops. I hope you enjoyed this content. This was actually really fun for me to do. And as always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's hit 2K. And I appreciate you all again for watching. It means the world to me. As always, guys, this was Mr. No Scoops. Peace out.